Happy New Year, everyone! Now for some, the new year means a new start, new goals, new ambitions, new hair, new dreams of a better era in professional wrestling. Will the company be sold? Will Vince snatch back creative control? And what of Cedric Alexander? Well, one certainty we can look forward to is that the Royal Rumble is very, very soon. As of this recording, I'm recording this on Friday the 20th of January, so it's coming out very soon before the Rumble, so it's going to age immediately. Also, if anything changes between now and the Rumble, like at Raw Sex Number, for example, if Trips is still at the creative helm, who knows? But if he is, this will mean it's his first Royal Rumble. Ooh, Paul. But what would January be without me sticking my oar in and saying how I think the Rumble should go? And hey, I can confidently say that my fantasy booking video last year was better than what happened in the actual match. Of course it fucking was. I didn't book fucking that. Can I go back to back 2 years in a row? Let me have a go. So a bit of backstory first. I know everyone's favorite bit about a Rumble booking. At Raw Sex Number, all generations of the bloodline celebrate the tribal chief. Despite everything Roman's been saying, the Sami chants have been getting to Roman. So he tells Sami to stay behind and not be part of the ceremony, just for blood. This will obviously get Sami Zayn chants, which Reigns plays up being annoyed by. It derails the segment. Roman brings Sami out in front of everyone, rips off his shirt, but this time no Sami, it's for real. The Usos beg off the tribal chief. Everyone else in the Anoa'i family is in the ring, apart from one person. You know the person I mean. Rikishi's there, Afa, Sika, Samu, Manu. Roman tells Sami to look around. What is the problem with this picture? He tells Sami to get on his knees and acknowledge him. Not in that way, grow up. Roman says, I am the leader of this family. I am the head of the table. I am the tribal chief. Sami is humiliated and looks to comply when out comes, if you smell. The Rock comes out, cleans house, declares himself for the Royal Rumble. I know, right? Another Royal Rumble surprise announced ahead of time. But hear me out. So we're at the Rumble pay-per-view itself. The Usos retain their tag straps over Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. Roman beats Kevin Owens via Uso interference, but Sami Zayn noticeably hesitates and doesn't attack his friend. He doesn't save his friend, but he doesn't attack his friend either. Roman calls a meeting of the bloodline backstage before the Rumble without Sami. He needs everyone on peak performance to stop The Rock from getting to WrestleMania. He says that he's spoken to the higher-ups, and tonight he's taking care of his boys. Where's Sami? Asks Jimmy Uso. I have taken care of my boys, replies Roman. Tonight, my right-hand man gets his shot. It's you, Jay. Tonight is your night, Us. You've been here the entire run. You've been with me from the beginning, kind of. At WrestleMania, you will get what you're owed, because unlike some, you have never used the bloodline to get yourself over. The bloodline then leave the locker room, and from behind a door appears Sami Zayn, looking sad. How much has he heard? We start the Rumble with number one, a man who's just about as reliable a big match performer as Shawn Michaels in the Shawn Michaels spot. Number one, it's Seth Rollins. Am I contractually obligated to call him Seth freaking Rollins? Because shan't. Seth and his weird dyed blonde hair, and honestly, who would have dyed blonde hair in their 30s, grow the fuck up. Seth stands in the ring, laughing, cackling, hooting, pointing at his watch, saying, ask the man, I can go all night. Suddenly the lights go out. Wrestling has more than one royal family. Number two, Cody Rhodes. They've announced him, so might as well get the surprise return out of the way. And honestly, which two wrestlers have the most destined to do this forever energy in the company? It's Seth and Cody. Seth looks very sheepish. He's had a bit of a change of heart since Hell in a Cell, but even so, he's the one who put Cody on the shelf. He's the one who held a kendo stick to his fucking boob. Seth extends a hand to Cody in the middle of the ring. Let bygones be bygones. Cody also extends his hand and then slaps Seth in the face, and they go off on each other. Cody goes for the crossroads, Seth slips away. Seth goes for the curb stomp, Cody slips away. They do the thing where it's like, oh, move, stand, look at each other. Oh, Oh, the Royal Rumble. Number 3, Ricochet. Hurrah for flips. Pretty Ricky is riding a little higher these days in WWE under the kindly watch of St. Paul. So instead of getting immediately munched by the 2 certified main eventers, we get some nice sequences of Flippy the Bush Kanga moves. For example, Ricochet being thrown towards the ropes, landing on the top rope, turning, stepping over Cody's shoulders to Hurricane Rana Rollins. It's just a little thing, It's just a little thing. Number 4, Shinsuke Nakamura. A Kinshasa for everyone. Shinsuke kicks Seth in the stomach, who goes on all fours. Shinsuke then steps, jumps off Rollins' back to Kinshasa Cody in midair. Ricochet goes for a moonsault off the middle rope, and Shinsuke Kinshasas him upside down in midair. Number 5, Santos Escobar. He arrives with Legado del Fantasma flanking him. Him and Ricochet get into it. That harks back to their World Cup final a little while ago. Ricochet throws Santos over the ropes, super kicks him. Santos falls back into Legado del Fantasma, who catch him and push him back onto the apron. He grabs Ricochet, suplexes him to the outside, but Ricochet also lands on Legado del Fantasma, steps up onto their shoulders and runs back onto the apron. Ricky and Santos duel on the apron, trading blows as the buzzer goes off, and in comes number 6, Kofi Kingston. After Santos has flukily escaped elimination and Ricochet has flukily escaped elimination, out comes the master of such things, Kofi. He runs up to Ricochet and Santos and pushes both of them off the apron. They both jump from the apron to the barricade and cling onto it, Spider-Man style. Kofi applauds. Cody then hauls Kofi over the ropes. He hits him. Kofi then jumps onto the barricade, and he is there clinging on as well between Ricochet and Santos. All 3 men cling to the barricade for dear life. They slowly scramble up, so they're standing on the barricade. Kofi is in the middle. Santos and Ricochet each kick one of Kofi's legs out from under him. Kofi then falls to the floor but lands on his back with his feet in the air, right? Then I'm gonna act this out. Then he kicks the barricade. Ow, my f***ing ow. He then kicks the barricade, which shifts, dropping Santos and Ricochet also to the floor. They land also like they're presenting or like seeing their OBGYN. They're all like that. Then they backflip, right? Please don't let this be a gif. They backflip, you know, like Charlotte does when she gets into the ring. She sort of like rolls up, pushes up, and then kind of like stands up. They roll backwards, push up so that their legs are on the apron, and then they can pull themselves up into the ring to do a triple fluky save from elimination. Bloody hell, I'm knackered now, and I'm really I really regret how much of that you saw. Make that look good, Rich, please. Number 7, Tajiri. Nostalgia pop time. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. We know from the Cruiserweight Classic that Tajiri still got it. He arrives, he kicks Cody, he kicks Seth, kicks Kofi, kicks Santos, wraps Ricochet up in the tarantula, then comes face to face with Shinsuke Nakamura. They have a sequence built chiefly around kicks and where those kicks should go, i.e. face and head. Both men kick each other and fall as the buzzer reaches down to 0. Number 8, the Great Muta. The retirement tour continues with the Great Muta making his first and only appearance in a WWE ring. Little quid pro quo for Noah. You can have Shinsuke, but then we get to act like being in the Royal Rumble was a lifelong ambition of the Great Muta. He's one of the most influential Japanese wrestlers of all time. Rich likes Japanese wrestling. Rich, what do you think of the Great Muta? Delightful. He and Tajiri and Nakamura mix it up. Of course, Muta ducks as Tajiri spits his green mist, blinding Nakamura. Muta then hits Tajiri with his own green mist, because he invented it. He grabs both Tajiri and Nakamura and eliminates both men before soaking up his hopefully very big pop. He will need it, because number 9 is Gunther. Entering at number 9! It's Oh, stupid. Time for everyone to die. Gunther stands face to face with the Great Muta and they chop the living shit out of each other. Gunther eliminates Muta, kicks Santos full in the face, eliminates him too. Ricochet jumps on the ropes to springboard in, but a chop sends Ricky sprawling to the outside. Cody and Seth both eat chops, but join forces to try and double suplex Gunther, but he in fact suplexes both of them. Number 10, Xavier Woods. Xavier enters and him, Kofi, Cody and Seth try to team up and eliminate Gunther, but he chops each of them away get the away from me. Kofi runs at Gunther. He throws Kofi out of the ring. Kofi lands on his back, feet up in the air. I'm not doing it again. Gunther then picks up Xavier and throws him out of the ring onto Kofi, and then the two of them are eliminated. Gunther then hits Seth with a big boot, Cody with a clothesline. Gunther stands tall, alone in the ring, as enters number 11, Omos. Two giants standing toe-to-toe, and Gunther just clobbers the shit out of him. He clobbers the shit out of him. He kicks him full in the face, then picks him up like Cesaro picked up the Big Show at WrestleMania 30 and just dumps Omos out of the ring. And yes, those observant of you remember, I booked this in my last year's video, but they didn't do it. They're doing it this time. Why? Because Gunther's the best, that's why. Cody and Seth try to double suplex Gunther again, but no. Chop, chop, number 12, Braun. Braun walks up to the ring. He then looks up at Gunther, but decides to run around the ring and do his choo-choo thing to Cody and Seth. He then picks up both men, looks Gunther straight in the eye, slams both men to the mat. Then he slowly steps into the ring, stands chest to chest with Gunther. The buzzer sounds. Out comes number 13, Dominic Mysterio. Dominic enters looking like all the characters from GTA San Andreas all rolled into one, steps into the ring with both Gunther and Braun Strowman, thugging it big school. Remember that old prison mentality. In your first day, walk up to the biggest guy in the yard and deck him. Dom slaps Gunther. He then slaps Braun Strowman, who then look at each other and then take it in turns, wrecking his crash. Chops from Gunther, running power slam from Braun Strowman. They throw him around until out comes number 14, Rey Mysterio. Rey runs in and shields his son. He kneels down next to Dominic and he begs both giants to please leave him alone. Commentary plays up the fact that sure, Dom and Rey have been getting into it recently, but Rey is still Dominic's father and he's still Rey's son. Rey helps Dominic to his feet and then eliminates him from the Royal Rumble. On one hand, a concerned father removing his son from a dangerous situation. On the other, an annoyed dad disciplining his annoying son. Both work. Rey then uses his speed to escape Gunther and Braun, who grapple with each other, and their grappling leans them on the ropes as Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins rush in and heave both men out of the ring. Seth, once again, offers Cody his hand in reconciliation. Once again, Cody rebukes him. Out comes number 15, Sami Zayn. So we're halfway through the Rumble. Act 1 is more or less over. Time for Act 2. And that begins with Sami Zayn making his way down to the ring, the only member of the Bloodline so far pretty much on his own. He runs down, mixes it up with Seth, Cody, Rey Mysterio, reminding everyone that, oh yeah, Sami Zayn is really good at this. 16, Finn Balor. Out comes the leader of the Judgment Day, riding Damian Priest like a BDSM pony. It's Leather Dad, an all-round dicked gentleman, Finn Balor, the swashbuckling dread pirate Nobbert of WWE. Sling blades for all as Rhea comes down to the ring as well, pulling Dominic like a pouting chuck. Come on, Dominic. Dominic, come on. Number 17, Damian Priest. At the sound of the buzzer, Priest slides into the ring and joins Finn in brutalizing Rey Mysterio, making an exhibition out of him. Rhea even gets into the ring to lay the boots in. Finn Balor picks Rey Mysterio up, throws him out of the ring to eliminate him. Rhea picks Rey up on the outside, throws him back into the ring. Damian Priest then gets a turn, eliminating Rey Mysterio. Finally, Rhea Ripley gets into the ring, picks up Rey, throws him out of the ring, and of course, Dominic gets a turn, eliminating his dad as the Judgment Day pose in the ring. Out comes number 18, The Miz. The Miz comes down to the ring with Bronson Reed, and instead of getting in the ring says, actually, I need some time to strategize with Bronson, and just remains on the outside. Judgment Day are in the ring, hitting their finishes on everyone as commentary plays up how this may be the first time ever that two people from the same faction win the Royal Rumble in the same year. Rhea, of course, won the Women's Royal Rumble earlier in the night. Out comes number 19, Edge. On this day, he sees clearly, remembering very vividly, the Judgment Day pretty much killed his wife at Extreme Rules, and now it's time for everyone to die. Edge spears Dominic, spears Priest, spears Finn Balor. Rhea taunts him. What are you gonna do? Edge spears Rhea Ripley. He throws out Damian Priest. He throws out Finn Balor. He throws out every one of the Judgment Day. Edge then spears Seth Rollins for good measure, because he never forgets, and he's pissed. Number 20, Wobble-doo! Out comes John Cena. He runs down to the ring, stops, grabs The Miz, throws him into the ring where he meets a spear from Edge. Then Cena and Edge stand face to face for that old rivals meeting again pop. Gosh, it's like 2006 all over again. That was 17 years ago. Both men trade blows before Miz sneaks up behind Edge and gives him the skull-crushing finale, and Bronson Reed hits him with the tsunami. Miz tells Reed to go up top for the same on Cena, but Cena picks up Miz, plants him with the AA, grabs Reed off the top rope and AAs him onto The Miz. Cena eliminates The Miz. Out comes number 21, Austin Theory. Austin Theory and John Cena finally stand face to face in an official match. Theory shouts ruthless aggression into Cena's face and smacks him as hard as he can. The two go at it, trading counters before Theory hits Cena with A-Town down. Edge spears Theory before Edge and Seth then get into it, with Cody actually saving Rollins from elimination, hitting Edge with a crossroads. Then Sami Zayn hits Edge with a haluva kick, sending Edge over the top rope. Sami Zayn eliminates Edge. Out comes number 22, Logan Paul. Returning early from injury, but thankfully turned out to be less serious than initially thought. It's the man who is annoyingly really good at wrestling, Logan Paul. He flips into the ring and hits Cody and Seth with a double buckshot lariat because, and it f***ing appalls me to say it, he has the best one in wrestling. Logan Paul and John Cena stand face to face. This is the WrestleMania match, when suddenly Jake Paul attacks Cena from behind, giving him a low blow. Both Paul brothers put the boots to Cena. Then Logan gives a phone to Jake and gets him to video Logan eliminating John Cena from the Royal Rumble. It is hateful, and I love it. 23, Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler arrives, and him and Theory have unfinished business, I guess. I mean, there's a little showcase here for the US title picture, minus one person who will arrive at some point, don't worry. But for now, that person arriving, just as the ring is slightly filling up, is number 24, Brock Lesnar. Now it's time for everyone to die again. Brock Lesnar comes in and munches a lot of people. Dolph Ziggler is eliminated by Austin Theory, steps to Lesnar, eats another F5, this time out of the ring. Logan Paul and Brock Lesnar stand face to face. Jake Paul tries to sneak up behind Lesnar and is caught, taking an F5 for his f***ing trouble. And then Logan Paul eats an F5 as well. Number 25, Baron Corbin. JBL has a microphone and walks Baron Corbin down to the ring. JBL lists off all of Baron's accomplishments and says that very shortly, Baron Corbin will be able to add Royal Rumble winner to the list. JBL keeps talking as Baron Corbin slides into the ring and is immediately clotheslined out by Brock Lesnar, with JBL then going, right, so, okay, he wasn't ready. JBL then cuts an angry promo about how it didn't count as both men are escorted out of the building. Cody Rhodes takes an F5, Seth Rollins takes an F5, Sami Zayn takes an F5, Brock stands tall when out comes number 26, Bobby Lashley. Brock and Bobby stand face to face. Logan Paul stands in the middle of them, then leapfrogs Bobby as Lashley spears Lesnar. Logan Paul then offers Bobby Lashley a high five, and Lashley just throws the YouTuber out the ring. Goodbye now, Logan. Lashley and Lesnar lock up, with Bobby getting the better of the encounter until Lesnar rakes Bobby Lashley's eyes and throws him over the top rope and immediately eliminates him, getting another cheap win over the Almighty. Lashley lands on his feet. He looks up at Lesnar. You and me, he says, one more time. I think that's probably the better Mania match. Don't we should get Gunther and Lesnar, but I think that's SummerSlam. Cody and Rollins try to team up and eliminate Lesnar together, but he runs through them both. Lesnar stands tall, stands alone, as out comes number 27. If you smell, it's The Rock, and he's cooking. The Rock runs down to the ring, and 20 years after Brock beat the Great One, the two stand toe-to-toe and wail on each other, with The Rock snatching Brock into a rock bottom and then tossing the Beast out of the ring to eliminate him. The Rock catches Cody with a rock bottom. He catches Seth with a rock bottom. Cody and Seth are still in the match, by the way. That was just Lesnar double clotheslining both lads. The Rock stacks Seth Rollins on top of Cody Rhodes. He goes for the people's elbow, but Sami catches him with a haluva kick while he's rebounding off the ropes. He looks down at The Rock, who's lying prone in the ring, and he thinks, am I the bad guy? Am I? Number 28, Solo Sikoa. And so begins the final act of the Rumble bloodline drama. Roman Reigns and his advocate Paul Heyman have pulled strings to get the last 3 spots in the Rumble secured for Solo Sikoa and the Usos. Solo screams at Sami, tells him to pick up The Rock. Sami does, and Solo hits the Samoan spike. Cody and Seth try to fight back, but Solo brutalizes them too. Number 29, Jimmy Uso. Jimmy joins the fray, helping Solo beat down The Rock, who pops up for a hope spot. The Rock stands in between Cody and Seth Rollins, and they face off against Solo, Sami, and Jimmy. Everyone goes at it in the middle of the ring, rights and lefts. Everyone in the bloodline is knocked down. Seth Rollins offers Cody Rhodes his hand one more time, and Cody finally shakes it for grabbing Seth's arm and heaving him out of the ring to eliminate him. And he taps his pec one last time. Number 30, Jey Uso. The Tribal Chief, appointed winner of the Royal Rumble, the right-hand man, runs down to the ring to turn the tide in the favor of the bloodline. The Usos hit a double super kick and double splash to Cody Rhodes in the middle of the ring. However, not even they can stop The Rock. The Rock throws out Solo Sikoa, then he hits the Usos with a double rock bottom before standing face to face with Sami Zayn. He berates Sami, tells him to look inside himself, tells him, you want to kick me? Go ahead, make your choice. He lays down the Usos on top of each other, like he did with Cody and Seth, and he goes for a people's elbow, and Sami doesn't kick him this time. The Rock hits the people's elbow on the Usos, then stands up and is hit by a spear from Roman Reigns. Reigns picks up The Rock and dumps him over the top rope to eliminate him. Roman squares up to Sami, tells him, I saw everything. And this is why you need to work so much harder to prove yourself. Roman goes into the corner. Cody Rhodes is in the middle of the ring. He's slowly rising to his feet. Roman preps for another spear, goes, ooh, went. Roman eats a haluva kick from Sami Zayn. Everyone in the ring looks in shock at Sami. Sami even looks in shock at himself. Sami Zayn, who pulled the trigger first, who got them before they could get him. Zayn and Cody Rhodes pick up the Usos and throw them out of the ring. The last two left in the ring, Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn. And I love Cody. Cody deserves the world. He deserves to be world champion, maybe at SummerSlam. But right now, Sami's the story. Give Sami and Cody a genuinely tense and thrilling 5-minute mini match between the two. Then have Sami Zayn boot Cody out of the ring. Sami wins the Royal Rumble match. I know it's not gonna happen. I know that, but it's what I want more than anything. And God, Sami deserves it after this year. Cody deserves it too, but I think there'll be other Rumbles for him. Right now, Sami finally breaking free from the bloodline and punching an inescapable ticket to WrestleMania. That is what I want, please and thank you. And that is how I would book the 2023 Royal Rumble. Sami Zayn would then go on to main event night 1 of WrestleMania, winning the WWE Championship from Roman Reigns. Roman would then defend the Universal Championship against The Rock on night 2, because Roman Reigns eliminating The Rock from the Rumble was technically illegal. I know, like, there's no DQs in the Rumble, but The Rock can then argue, well, no one in the Rumble eliminated me. I want what's mine, head of the table, Universal title, blah, 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 blah. Roman pulls double duty. Those are your 2 WrestleMania main events. I think they could do it. But who do you want to see win the Royal Rumble? What do you want to see me book next? Let me know in the comments. Enjoy the Rumble, everyone. It's very soon, isn't it? We got this video out a little bit late. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy the Royal Rumble. Please let it be good this year. Please. Jam that jam.